Today we're re-diving into something that has been heating up the headlines and the online chatter, the latest crypto hype of 2025. The crypto world never sleeps, and right now there are a few major trends driving excitement, opportunity, and yes, plenty of risk. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what people are hyped about, why it matters, and what you should watch out for before putting your money in. Well, let us start with the first big trend, meme coins making a comeback, but with a twist. Now, we all know meme coins exploded a few years back. They started as fun, internet-driven experiments with communities rallying behind them. But this time around, the space looks a little different. We're not just seeing silly names and viral memes. Many of these projects are layering in real utility, things like staking rewards, integration with DeFi platforms, NFT marketplaces, and even partnerships with other blockchains. Communities are stronger, more organized, and in some cases more determined to prove that meme culture can drive lasting value. But let's not sugarcoat it. Meme coins are still one of the riskiest plays in crypto. They can pump insanely fast, but they can also collapse overnight. The lesson here is, if you're interested in meme coins, think of them as high-risk, high-reward speculation, not long-term investments. Next up, and closely tied to that, is the hype around pre-sales and early-stage tokens. Pre-sales are where projects raise funds before officially launching their tokens on exchanges, often giving early investors a massive discount. It's exciting because if the project takes off, those early holders can see incredible returns. But here's the catch. This is also where scams and failed projects live. The reason pre-sales are getting so much attention right now is that people are chasing the dream of finding the next Shiba Inu or the next Solana before the world catches on. And sure, it's possible, but it's a gamble. If you're looking at pre-sales, ask yourself, who's behind the project? Does the team have experience? Is there a roadmap that makes sense? And most importantly, is there any actual use case or product being built? Because hype alone might get you short-term gains, but long-term wealth comes from projects with real value. Now let's talk about something more fundamental, tokenization of real-world assets. This is probably the most powerful narrative in crypto right now. Tokenization means taking something from the real world, like real estate, stocks, commodities, or even art, and putting it on the blockchain as a digital token. Why does this matter? Because it makes trading, ownership, and investing faster, cheaper, and more accessible to everyone. Imagine being able to own 1% of a building in New York, or a fraction of a fine art piece, all through blockchain tokens. That's where we're headed, and major companies are beginning to pivot toward this model. The hype around tokenization isn't just noise, it's backed by institutions, investors, and companies that see blockchain as the future of asset ownership. Speaking of institutions, that leads us to the next big driver of hype, regulation and institutional involvement. Now, I know the word regulation doesn't sound exciting, but in crypto, it's actually a huge deal. For years, crypto was seen as the Wild West. Lots of innovation, but also scams, rug pulls, and zero accountability. Now, governments around the world are laying down clearer rules, which gives bigger companies and institutional investors the confidence to enter the space. We're already seeing funds, ETFs, and tokenized investment products come to market. This brings legitimacy and stability, but it also changes the game. The days of anonymous pump-and-dump projects might be numbered. If you're a long-term investor, regulation could be a good thing. But if you're someone who chases high-risk, high-reward plays, regulation might close off some of the wilder opportunities you're used to seeing. Of course, with every wave of hype comes warning signs you can't ignore. Right now, we're seeing projects that promise massive APYs, staking rewards that seem too good to be true, and communities hyping tokens that don't even have a working product. Whenever you hear a project promising overnight riches, step back and remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Volatility is also at an all-time high. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other major coins are seeing huge swings as the market reacts to news, regulation, and new narratives. While this creates opportunities, it also means you need to be prepared for losses just as quickly as gains. The rule of thumb hasn't changed. Never invest money you can afford to lose. So, to wrap everything up, the crypto hype in 2025 is being fueled by four main things: meme coins with new utility, pre-sales with big communities, the rise of tokenization in real-world assets, and institutional players stepping into the game. All of these bring opportunities, but they also bring risks. And if you're diving in, make sure you're not just chasing hype. Look for projects with strong teams, real roadmaps, and actual use cases. Be skeptical of anything that promises the moon without showing you how they'll get there. And most importantly, have a strategy, whether that's short-term trading, long-term investing, or simply observing until you're ready to jump in. That's it for today's breakdown of the latest crypto hype in 2025. If you found this helpful, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more crypto updates, and let me know in the comments which trend do you think has the most staying power: meme coins, pre-sales, tokenization, or institutional adoption? I'd love to hear your take.